Hi there, it's Nicole with another landlord tip. One of the other really challenging things for landlords is when either things aren't started correctly, so you don't put the things that you need to put in an addendum, and or when things develop and you have to deal with that, and then of course you're thinking that, oops, I didn't put this in an addendum, and then you're trying to backtrack. And here's one of the key things you need to know about signing and addendums with regards to tenants. They don't have to sign it after they've moved in. If you're facing a situation where a tenant is in breach of something and then you want to backtrack and then you want to put info in an addendum and you send this to the tenant via DocuSign, the tenant can refuse to sign it. The tenant doesn't have to agree to sign anything after they have signed the original contract or tenancy agreement with you. So you kind of want to make sure that you do things correctly. And of course, I've been through the same process. And then you're trying to backtrack, and especially if the tenant is digging their heels in and they don't really want to respect your decisions and or want to follow your rules or guidelines with regards to what needs to happen with their tenant agreement, then they don't have to sign anything. So this is why you have to do things right the first time. And of course, things may come up along the way that you really have to deal with. So as much as possible, you really want to have a peaceful relationship with your tenant, peaceful, professional relationship with your tenant. So if anything comes up, you can strategize around how you're going to deal with it, that it's going to minimize the possibility of conflict with that tenant. So I was talking to someone, and when a tenant is in breach of something, like the tenant agreed to something and then they're doing something else, and a lot of landlords think that, oh, I'll just send them another addendum or send them another thing to sign. Tenants are so educated now, and they have so much awareness, much more than landlords. And this is why you have to study the RTB process like the back of your hand and make sure that you are a very educated landlord. So you're going to educate yourself all the way up to the eviction process, should you need it, and all the way up to the Supreme Court process, should you need that, all the way up to the judicial process, should you need that. So this is a really important level of awareness for you as a landlord. Begin to study the RTB guidelines, the act, and the process right now, and so that you're not caught off guard.